just fix my audio. We should be okay right here. I don't. Just let me know if I need to switch anything on the audio. Uh, or how my voice sounds. Okay, so uh, for this formation for the 5-2-1, we have 5 defenders. You might want to put um, one defender to go up front, one left wing back, or one of the wingers. I mean, uh, me personally, I have my left wing back staying back, and my right wing back. I think it's swapped. I think my right wing back is more defensive, and my left wing back is more. He's balanced, but I make him go stay on the attack, so he teams up with Hazard. Uh, these two defend. Valverde is just balance, and you'll see it in the video. Just wanted to give a little thing on my center backs. But this Ali, he stays back for me with Fofana, and then I have Canetti join up on the front. So now, whichever way you decide to go, it's always going to be a three, 3-on-2, 3-on-3, or a 4-on-3. And sometimes it can end up being a technically I wouldn't say 5 with your whatever attackers you have, but my one of my center midfields ends up staying back, which of course it is Taliso, and Rabiot is balanced or whatnot, but he stays more back. So that way, because he's up front, um, He doesn't join. He doesn't join on the attack, but I have him go up forward, so that way there's always 3 defenders up top. Um, but there's always defenders whenever I lose the ball on the attack, or why not? So technically is 3, 4, so 4 defenders on the attack. But on the in the center midfield, you got 3 of them. He's just been defending, shooting, and passing, really. Um, He double teams with Rabiot because I have them patrolling the center midfield, so they really don't leave their positions. They're more balanced, and they drop back a bit if they need to, or I have one of them drop back and the other one goes up front, which I have Taliso uh, dropping back and Rabiot moving forward. Valverde, I fucking love this card. Like, I love this card to death. One of my favorite players. But my top one player is Vinicius Jr., my favorite player. Um, which sadly I did not pull his flip birthday card. I wish I did, but I did not. Um, but I have Valverde staying balanced. Uh, he doesn't drop back or anything. He's just balanced. Um, you don't have to really drop him back or push him forward if you can leave him balanced. It's just perfect in general. But because he has all 3 links and he has shadow, he's just perfect. Um, he's a perfect right wing. Because he does a lot of defending if he does lose the ball up front. And then I have DeMarcos teaming up with Valverde on the right side, and same thing with Hazard and Zenko on left side. So I just have Hazard be balanced because his defense is not up there. So I just have him push forward, and I have the Zenko balance. But I do have him. I think he doesn't stay on the attack. Uh, I can probably look up the custom tactics to see where I have him. Uh, so I just have him normal. He's mix on the run type. is what I left him with. It's just the default, normal default stuff. Nothing really changes for Zinchenko on here. He's perfect where he's at. Um, you can switch it to where on the intercepts you can have him be more aggressive. Um, I would say if you go with aggressive, uh, and you go with mix. There should be another one. Mm, I think it should be the defensive position. Well, if I leave it balanced, like you'll see it in game. Um, when you see it in game, these Hazard ends up pushing more towards the long run, and he goes inside the box to where he pushes up more on the outside of the box and tries to either cross it or find ways to hit the long shot. Um, Salah? I had to say something about Salah. Salah has actually been popping off for me in clutch moments. Honestly, he has been scoring a lot of goals for me. Um, I do like his player traits, um, but I do like that he plays left wing and center. Yeah, I mean left wing and striker. So this is the team. Uh, I do have Courtois as my goalie. Uh, the pickups, these are my pickups, honestly. Uh, would want Modric because he links for the um, +1. Um, Now, if I do get the this alley would be on the bench, and I would have Van Dyke start. Um, I don't think I can get any more cap than what I already have. I don't think I can. But it does take me to 30 chem, which is not bad. I would just need to fix Rabiot and my left wing back. Um, I think Joao Cancelo would be perfect, if I'm not mistaken. And Kevin De Bruyne would be a replacement for Team of the Year. Kevin De Bruyne would be a perfect, um, a perfect center midfield, which would replace Rabiot, and Rabiot would be in the bench. Um, but for now, I don't have any of the players, so this is how. If I did have them, this is what the team will look like. I will have probably Kevin De Bruyne here, um, Joao Cancelo probably play the left wing back because I think that would fix the chem. Um, I'll probably have to switch this one. I should have to be able to just switch anybody off of here, but I would have probably Alaba and Eder Militao, and then try to fix the right wing back, which would probably be another Premier League player. Um, someone that can play the right wing back or the center back. I'm trying to probably add Hakimi. If I do keep it French, then it would stay like this, but the right side would change to where it would be Hakimi and Messi on the whole the whole right side. But that is the team. Um, it's been getting me a lot of wins recently. I've been going uh, on some really good streaks. Uh, who else can I probably get? Um, Zidane would probably be one of my targets. Uh, Probably Ginola would be one, or Marquinhos would be one to have the Brazilians kind of um take over the center, uh, the defending side, a little bit of the center midfield as well too. Uh, just a lot of defending. Um, don't have enough coins for Torre, unfortunately, or did not pack them from the packs I opened 2 weeks ago. But we did pull him, so it might probably change. But this is all the players I kind of been testing, which I just been testing. Mm, I don't know if they'll win the champions. I don't know if they'll win their next game and move on to the semifinal. But we'll see. Um, I would like the team of the year Bellingham, or at least a good Bellingham. Um, this one for me in game has probably been getting injured in a couple games. Um, but he's been performing when he comes off the bench. It's just I think he lacks a little bit of like the physical, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I don't think he has um, injury prone, which is one. But if you're not careful with him, on like if you do get tackled, he'll most likely it's like a 50-50, I think. But I do like him, which is not bad. I do have him on a loan, unfortunately. But for 99 games, but it's been cut down to 92 now. Um, I've been playing Sun when Valverde gets kind of tired and it gets close to the 70 minute or 75th minute mark. I like to bring in Sun, uh, Moiner, Lamb, and Emerson, which I kind of just swap these two around. Emerson takes uh, Fofana's original spot. Um, then I have Moiner come in for Fofana, and then I just swap Desali and Fofana to where now Moiner kind of takes over the center, um, and then Lamb takes over the left side. Although he doesn't go on the attack, I'd kind of just have Lamb staying back, um, so that he's not, so that he defends the top right, I mean the top left of the field on the attack. Um, but what you do is, and I think I might end up switching some of my tactics. Um, have one center back um, balanced, so that way he roams uh, the center area, and have two center backs stay on back. And personal preference, you can either have your left wing back stay in the center and be balanced, so that way you got two defenders, and then you can choose which which one would join on the attack. If you leave them balanced and make room, uh, and you use, I think it's the R1 and the L3. I think it's the left thumbstick or the right thumbstick. Uh, you make them join the run, or you make them run, so that way they join the attack as well too. But Valverde, for me, always seems to hang out in the middle area, and then Marcos just kind of takes off, or Valverde also takes off if I do have him join. Um, so that's what you do with your defense. That's why I like playing five defenders instead of four. I'm more open uh, to choose where how I want to play them, and who sinks back and who joins the attack. Center midfield, you don't do anything to your center midfield. I would say have one join join the attack when be balanced, so that way now you got three defenders, and if they do end up pushing, now it's a 5v5 wherever they decide to push from. You can have three defenders here. Now it's a 3v2. Um, if you decide either way, whichever way the attack is coming from, if it's coming middle, now you got uh, five in the middle to be pushing back. Um, but the reason why I like Valverde is because I got two right wings, and I haven't changed mine just because for this general reason. Um, my whole right side ends up just defending. So even if I lose the ball, um, Rabia ends up joining Valverde, and they team up on the attack. My three center midfields, they just join and defend that whole center position and the right side. Um, but I don't have Taliso um, uh, pushing up on the attack, because whichever way they go, um, even if Hazard ends up losing the ball on the way back, it's going to be a 4v4 up here in this general area right here with these two. Oh, well, with these four. Um, but Valverde is just good. Um, I wouldn't play him in this center midfield. I tried playing that and having another one, but I can't find a right wing that's as good as Valverde. Valverde is just pretty good. Like, he's insane. Um, and I gave him the shadow. Um, Hazard has shadow as well too. Salah, I think, has the hawk because he's my fastest player on the attack. You don't have Salah do anything, but just be balanced, so that way he's just everywhere you want your team to kind of be roam friendly, but also know your defense and how you want to play. Um, but you're more open to a lot of more custom tactics with the 5-2-2-1. I did used to run the 5-4-1, but this one's a little bit harder. I haven't really gotten down the hang of it. I wouldn't really recommend playing the 5-4-1. I would recommend playing the 5-1-2-2 and the 5-2-2-1. But for me, the 5-2-2-1 is perfect. Really don't like the 5-1-2-2. Um, just because I really don't like having two strikers up front. You can if you want to, but I like my wingers a lot. And that is the team. I can show you my rank in division rivals, which I am currently uh, rank I'm in Division 7. I'm like 5 games away from being in Division 6. Uh, I haven't really got to play a lot of the champs with the team yet. I'm kind of more testing it in Division Rivals just because um, there's more stuff happening with the game. Like everything is just done through through SBCs or whatnot. So all the teams are kind of similar to one another, and you run into teams that are always similar on your opponent's side. You don't see nothing uh, in comparison into what you're running, but you always see the same formation, same players. Probably 3 or 4 of them are changed. So I haven't really gotten to play Foot Champs, and Foot Champs just got. Mm, I wouldn't say it's gotten boring, but it's not fun to play. Uh, I have more fun probably in Division Rivals than I do in Foot Champs, and I only played 2 matches, and those 2 matches weren't really like they were bad. Uh, for me at least, just because I just ran into teams that the 2 of the same teams that I played were just similar to each other, and I didn't concede goals, but my games ended up being a draw. I kind of had to force to draw, kind of not lose those 2 games. Um, but I just played defense, and it kind of sucked throughout the whole uh, last 30 minutes of the game. Um, but I would say Division Rivals has been more of a playing field and testing area for the team. We do have some targets, so I can show you some of the targets that I want to go after. Um, I think it was the. Oh. uh, let's see. Team of the year. So this is the 2 that I want. Um, these 2. Uh, Bellingham would be perfect. I took him off the bench. Um, Eder Militao to also come off the bench. Um, the Van Dyke. We don't really need the Benzema. Um, just because I don't want to get rid of Valverde and have to go for the team of the week. For the team of the week, Mo Salah, just because I prefer the out of positions Mo Salah over the team of the week. Um, for out of the 2 team of the weeks that he has, I prefer the out of positions. Hernandez might be a maybe. But I was looking at it just because I do have French players, and it can help me link up quicker to get either at least like 31 chemistry. Um, we also are looking at the Alaba to start as well too. Uh, and then there was the foot birthday Vinicius Jr. as well too. So as you can see, like these are gonna be players that I'm gonna be going after um, for the team within the next coming up weeks or so. Um, so these would be the players that I would be going after one by one. They're just too expensive um, to get all together, and you're looking at probably like if you're trying to just buy straight up in general, you're gonna be spending a lot. I'd rather go for the cheap ones. Like this one isn't bad. Um, like a mil. Uh, you look at Kevin De Bruyne, you probably want to go after like a 2.6. Uh, Somewhere like in 2.5 would probably be a really good one. Uh, Something like this, Kevin De Bruyne would be perfect. Uh, with the Vinicius, now you're looking at like, if we do look at it, we're looking at 3.5 right now. Uh, with the Alaba, there are some cheap ones with the Alaba, but I would probably try to stay like in the 900k to like a million for. Um, Now we're looking at like 3.4, 4.4 mil if we did go with this Alaba. Um, Bellingham, look for one that's probably 2.5 or 2.3. Like there's some cheap ones, um, but 2.5 would be perfect. Now you're looking at like two, 6.9 mil. Um, then we go with Eder Militao. We'll say probably this one. There is probably a cheap one you can find. We'll go with 1.4. If we can find another one, we'll go with 1.4. There should be a couple 1.4s you can find. Now you're looking at like 8.4 or 8.5. We'll round up and we'll go with 8.5. Uh, you can find a really good cheap one. We'll go with 1.2. Now you're looking at 9 9.7. Um, you can find a couple of Van Dykes for like 1.8, 1.9. Let's see. We'll round up. We'll say 1.9. So now you're looking at like 10, 11 point. Now you're looking at like 10.7 mil. So you're looking at spending like 10.7 million coins just to get all these players in the transfer list. If you want to go a tree, the if you want to go the cheap route to get it, I wouldn't just buy the most expensive one you can find. I would look for the most cheapest one and try to spend at least less than 10.7. If you're trying to build a similar team to mine, I would say find whatever players you like. These players I like. Like I'm a big Madrid fan, so most of my players are gonna be from Madrid. Um, but then I'm looking, okay, like what players can I get? Um, that would just be good. We're also looking at the Hakimi as well too, so we might as well add the Hakimi to it, and then we'll round it up. I did forget about the Kiwi. You can find a cheap one for like 1.9 sometimes. Mm. Now you're looking at 11.7. So you want to spend less than that, and you'll probably find a couple cheaper ones. But there's a couple, it's like 1.9s or close to 2 mil. Um, but you want to spend less than like almost 12 million coins is what you want to go for. I would probably say try spending. I think you can, if you really try, I feel like you can go down 3 and probably spend around like 9, like 9.8, 9.9 million coins. Almost, well, if you try to look hard enough, I think you can probably go down to like probably 9 mil. So now you don't have to spend 3 mil or an extra couple, and now you can buy whatever bench players you want with the 3 mil, whatever you got left. Don't like it, uh, sell the players and just use players that you like. Cause my team feels perfect for me. They feel fast in game. They don't feel stiff or anything. Um, which I did have a trouble with that, testing out a whole bunch of different players before I figured out that I should just use players I like.